So I've been in law enforcement for 23 years. So what I thought I would do in this video is I want to help you guys out. I want to show you how to not get a ticket, and if you do get a ticket, what you should do. First, you should always have your license, your registration, and your proof of insurance ready to go. I mean, that should just be in its own little place, always ready to go, and that's a lot more important than you think it is. Now, whether you argue with me and you say that you don't have to show that, or you do, you have to show that. You do. Every state has a law that says you have to show that information. So the more time you fumble around looking for that information, or the harder time you give the officer about showing him that information, the more he's going to think about things that you might be doing wrong, tickets he may be able to write you, and be more likely to write them. He's got the time, he may have the inclination. So have your stuff ready to go, man. Be polite. This officer's just doing a job. And just like you, when you do your job, you don't want people to be rude to you. You don't want people to be hateful to you. Now, for better or for worse, a lot of people think they should, a lot of people think we shouldn't, but a police officer has a lot of leeway. There's a lot of decisions to be made on the scene, and at the time, it could help you or hurt you. So just be polite. It doesn't hurt anything. It might be hard for you. You may have had a bad experience with police in the past. I understand that. But it wasn't this police officer, most likely. So give this guy a chance. You know, everybody that does your job is not the nicest of people either, but maybe you are. So maybe this guy is a really reasonable police officer, guy or gal. So this is the biggie. This is the biggie. Do not argue on scene. Do not. Now here's why. If the officer's decided to search the vehicle, if he's decided to write a citation, whatever he's decided to do, he has a legal justification for it, in his mind at least. And I'm not going to say the officer's always right. The officer's not always right. But that's not the time to argue. It's not the time to argue and fight and potentially cause yourself a lot more problems. That's not the time. The time is when you go to court. Trust me, if the officer did something wrong, if there's a problem in his reasoning for a search or the problem in his reasoning for issuing a citation, you're going to win in court, and your lawyer's going to easily tear through that. But there's nothing good that can come of you arguing on the scene. It's not going to help you at all, I promise.